Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4. This is Meet the Merchant. And today, Meet the Merchant is at Willow Design on College Drive in Palos Heights. We're talking with Terry Sullivan, the owner, who a relatively new business in Palos. You opened up in November, but you are not new to interior design or your business.
Right.
Terry,
right.
Can you talk about how your background in design and then also how you landed in Palos?
Okay. So I have been a designer for a long, long time. I actually went to school for design.
Okay.
So I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Interior Design. And I had my first position at the Merchandise Martin design firm. And then I was there, a number of years. And at that point, then I got married and we wanted to have children. So then I went on my own. And I worked for myself for quite a few years. And then I just wanted to do something a little bit, steadier, let's say. So I went to work for a company, and that's where I got into window coverings and flooring, and I did all various things for them, and then went to another company and did the same thing, but then also added custom closet design and did other various design-related things for that company.
It sounds like you had the educational background, but you've acquired a lot of experience in all phases or facets of the, design experience.
Right. Well, design is ever changing. So, with being, I'm also a professional member of ASID, which is American Society of Interior Designers, and being a professional member or an allied member, if you're not a professional member, you have to do continuing education classes. So we're continuously taking classes on, the latest, cutting edge on stone and various.
Right, whatever products are out there, which I'm sure helps you manage your business that much better too. Yep. I want to ask, because you've been in it so long, how did you land in Palos Heights,
Well, I live in Palos.
There it is.
So, yeah, we live here.
So your commute is short?
My commute is very short, 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's great. Sure. We were at a different location, and we kind of outgrew that location. And so we decided a year ago, basically, to start looking for a new location. Well, and now we're here.
Well, I'm glad you found Palos, and you have a beautiful store.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So you started to talk about, that was going to actually be my next question for you. Somebody who comes in your store, what are the different services? What type of help? What can they expect to find, or maybe becomes part of a project at their home?
Okay. Well, we are a full-service design firm. Okay. Full service meaning I will do everything. Doesn't matter if it's a small project or a bigger project. I will do a shade for your bathroom, if that's what you need, down to tearing apart your kitchen, moving walls, redoing kitchens, bathrooms, family rooms, living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, sunrooms. Okay. Doesn't matter. So like I said, we're full service, so we do everything. We accessorize, we do paint colors, we have flooring, I've contracted through my 30 plus years. I've developed relationships with various contractors and electricians, painters, wallpaper hangers, plumbers, etc. And I have nurtured these relationships, and I also have accounts with various vendors where I purchase directly, so I give my clients better pricing. And because I've been doing this so long, I've been able to generate lots of relationships.
Well, I was going to say, it sounds like you can help in every parts of this thing.
Right.
And as you said earlier, you're not looking for only certain types of jobs. You can handle little jobs.
We also do. I'm so sorry.
No, knock out walls.
That's
a big job.
Yeah, yeah. My contractor is always like, oh, but I'm like, oh, we got to do it. We got to figure that out. But anyway, so we also do like commercial. Like I've done a dentist's office. I've done a lawyer's office. So we do some not major commercial jobs, but we do work on a little restaurant. We have various things that we can do here.
All right, I'm going to give you a hypothetical in just a second, but before we do that, I read this. You've been in the business for a long time. You mentioned 30 years of experience. I checked out your website. It's a very good website. Check it out. There's a lot of great information there about how your company can help, or walk them through the design process. But I really like the quote here that you got. I know firsthand what it takes to turn your dreams into reality. At Willow Tree, we work hard to ensure that the design process is stress-free and the end product is exactly how you dreamed. I'm thinking, as a homeowner, the stress-free part is really attractive. Anytime you start talking about whether you've got a room or you're going to do some type of renovation or overhaul, it's tough, and there's a lot of decisions to be made. So can you just speak to that just a little bit? If I walk in here off the street, how do you help me have that stress-free experience? So I'm actually excited about what's going on, not agonizing about what's going on.
Well, first of all, as a designer, I'm going to really try to get to know you, try to get to know your taste, and your spouse or partner or your family, whoever is using that same space. Because most times what people say and what they actually, the way they live, are two entirely different things.
Okay.
So we're going to talk a little bit and get to know you. I'm going to ask all kinds of leading questions to try to get to that point. That's one thing. So then that helps me, and also a budget. Budget is huge. Budget helps me. Okay, so now I have the parameters. So now I'm not going to just show you hundreds and hundreds of things. I'm going to narrow it down so there's 3 items to pick from, which then lets the stress level on you to be less, because I've already gotten rid of all the other white noise. It's already gone.
Right.
These are the 3 things based on our conversation and your needs and how you want this project to end up. These are the 3 items that would be perfect for that.
Okay.
So whether it's a sofa, it's I don't know, a kitchen design, or whatever it would be.
Okay.
And so I kind of try to streamline that process for you. And also, I am the one that's handling the contractors. Everyone, so I have my direct conversation with them. So you're not dealing with that.
Right. Every part of what you described sounds good to me. That all works. And I'm especially interested, I'm thinking, like, I'm not good with colors. You start talking about paint colors for walls, that you can kind of narrow it down, say, hey, Dave, these might be good colors for you to consider in this situation.
Right.
And you mentioned something that was going to lead me into the next thing. Like, let's say I want my living room, carpet, furniture, wall covering, or, window coverings, everything. And I know there's trends. I mean, like, what was fashionable 20 years ago may not, or even less, may not work as well today. I mean, can you talk about, like, what are the current trends or some design things that have come up in the last couple of years that people are working with?
Yeah. Well, first of all, trends are exactly what they are. Okay, so it's in today, could be not in tomorrow. So as a designer, I want to design what's current for you.
And hopefully going to last more than a few months.
Exactly.
Right?
Within the so I design for my clients. So I will take what they like and do a cohesive design with the parameters of what they like. So that when I walk out, people say, oh, Dave, this looks just like you. Not this looks just like your designer, Terry.
Right.
So you have to love that space.
Right, it's my home,
exactly.
Or my environment.
But the trends that I am seeing right now is, gray is walking out the door and the door is slamming on it. Okay, it's going. Okay, your beiges, all the new, the safe colors, they're great for your background, but color is huge again.
Color's
Wallpaper
back.
is huge.
Okay.
Lots of flowers. Kind of like there's a trend also right now, which not everybody's going to like it, but it's kind of like this. And I hope I'm not offending anybody by saying this, like this kind of fussy grandma floral doilies, not doilies, but that kind of feel, is, we just went to the showcase house up in Lake Forest. Lots of floral, lots of pretty plates, lots of wallpaper. Wallpaper is huge. And I do wallpaper a lot for people right now.
Wow.
I just did someone's ceiling. It's gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Okay.
So wallpaper's big, color is back. People are wanting to introduce more color into their spaces.
It still sounds like the most important part of what you do is working within the budget for the way I would like what are my needs, or what are, what my experiences are going to be. You're trying to fit that thing to me.
Right.
And the trends may or may not, to some degree, be part of that.
Right.
Okay.
And everyone's budget's different. Everyone's project is different. I just finished a kitchen. we redid that. We didn't redo the cabinets because that wasn't in the budget, but you would never know. We repositioned things, reconfigured things, painted. It looks new tops, new appliances. It looks like an entirely
Fantastic.
brand new kitchen.
Wow. Okay.
You know,
So I'm
so
going
yeah.
to guess, I feel like I'm there. Final question for you when you think, so you've been doing this for a long time, obviously you love your work. What do you like best about doing your job?
Well, I like a challenge.
Okay.
So I have a project coming up, and we're taking literally a zero nothing space, and we're converting it into this beautiful bathroom. And there's nothing there now, like nothing.
Well, I mean, as a homeowner thing, I like the idea that you're willing to take on a challenge. Not like you're like, oh gosh, not this. No, you want the challenge. And then obviously, to use your word, create a beautiful space.
Right.
That ultimate, yes.
So, and I referenced moving walls before, and sometimes moving something 4 inches makes the space.
Right.
You know,
Interesting.
inches are huge.
Yeah, see, and I wouldn't think like, yeah, if we slide this that way, we do this that way.
Or move a doorway, or
yeah.
we've done that. We've shifted doorways so we could get more cabinets in. I mean, it's just,
Okay.
so yeah.
Well, Terry, thank you very much. You have a beautiful store.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You're not a new business, but
Yeah.
congratulations and welcome to Palos Heights.
Thank
and,
you.
This is exciting. So good luck. All right.
Thank you.
I'm Dave Worsley. You've been watching PHTV4. This is Meet the Merchant. We've been talking with Terry Sullivan, the owner of Willow Tree Design on College Drive. Thank you for watching.